All right, hello everybody. Today we're going to tap in a little bit with your shadow. We're going to see what's happening inside that needs your attention or that wants to express itself. Okay? There's somebody coming out already here. So we have harp coming through. You have a talent, a gift, or a message that you want to share. And you are being guided to do that. Let's see what we have. We have curse. And we have stiletto. You feel like you are cursed because every time you try to follow whatever this calling is. So like I said, you have a talent. You could be a talented musician. You could be a talented singer. You could be a talented poet, talented writer, talented artist. You could have a creative project that you've been trying to launch or a creative career idea that you've been trying to launch. And you just feel like anytime you try to move forward with this, you get blocked. So you're starting to wonder if you are cursed. But the forces are saying that you seem to be cursing yourself more than anything else. And I know that nobody ever likes to hear that. But that is the energy that I am seeing here. You are being called to rise and slay this demon, this block, this curse. You're being called to overcome that. We have the Three of Wands, Death, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Every time things start feeling like they're coming together, it ends abruptly. You get blocked. Or something else happens in your life that requires your attention, so you can't keep focusing on this thing. Here you could have Santa Marta as a guide. You could have Hecate as a guide. You could have other deities or spirits associated with death as well, or transmutation. Okay, you have a powerful spirit here who is trying, this could also be an ancestor for some of you, a witch ancestor maybe for some of you, or a witch doctor. But anyway, what I'm feeling here is that this force that you have with you is trying to show you how to free yourself. I'm hearing bound. You are bound to this curse that is it's within. It's not that someone is cursing you. It's not that there's some, evil eye energy that's preventing you from doing this thing. It could be an ancestral pattern that you are breaking, which I put out a reading about ancestral cycles that you're breaking a couple weeks ago, last week or the week before. So you might want to go back and watch that. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, you have to transmute this energy. When you slay this beast, when you slay this pattern, that is when you will you will have a successful start with this creative project that you are trying to launch. So let's just try and get a little more details on what you need to do to slay this beast. This card came out in the last reading that I did. Yeah, see, this is something that is going to develop over time. We have alcohol coming through here. Okay, so alcohol could be a problem. Addictions could be a problem. I'm no scientist. I'm no doctor. But I am a witch. And I'm going to tell you, when you overindulge in alcohol or drugs of any kind, including weed, when you overindulge, you do open the door to the spirit world. That's why spirits are called spirits. But when you open the door to that, and that is when malevolent and you know, spirits with bad intentions can come through. Okay? And so what I'm seeing is that there's this pattern within you. There's this self-doubt that you have, that you'll be able to pull this thing off that you're trying to do. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to get a book published or something, like you've sent it to multiple publishers and it keeps getting rejected or something. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, well, I guess it is the point if that's your story, but anyway, you have this self-doubt within you. And like I said, it could come from your family. It could be an ancestral pattern cycle that has been passed down through the line. If alcoholism or addictions or, you know, anything like that is also an ancestral pattern, that could be why that part is so hard for you to overcome as well. But like I said, when you drink a lot, when you smoke a lot of weed, when you take a lot of drugs, you open yourself up for spirits to come in and attach themselves to you that are basically energy vampires or parasites, and they want to feed off of you. And what they do is they are attracted to both your light and your negativity. So when they feel that you have this self-doubt, you are prime food for them. Okay? So that's why you feel cursed, because there have been entities that have attached themselves to you, and they feed on your self-doubt, and they keep you in this cycle of doubting yourself, doubting your abilities, doubting your gifts, doubting your talents, and it gets very cloudy and very hard for you to navigate, because this is also cycles and patterns that you've seen in your family, and you know that no one is cursing you, no one is sending you some shit, but it gets very confusing because you're like, okay, is someone sending me some shit? Because what the hell is going on here, right? Okay, so what do we need to do? 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 Go within. All right, so this is about you reclaiming your energy and your mind. Look at this. We have deep thoughts and subliminal. You might want to listen to my subliminal channel. God, I'll link that too. The transmutation subliminal, the protection subliminal, I think I have that up there. Yeah, you might want to listen to some subliminals. You need to change your thoughts. You need to get rid of that self-doubt, because, my dear, when you get rid of that self-doubt, the malevolent entities that are attached to you, they are not going to have anything to eat anymore, so they will wither and die. I don't know if they'll die, but they'll go somewhere else, you know? So you need to reclaim your mind, reclaim your power, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You can reclaim your power. It's not that hard, okay? Yeah, look, we have this tools card coming through again. It says, this came through in another reading recently. It says, practical abilities, resources, has what it takes. Application, build it, fix it, organization, help someone, task at hand, well prepared, equipment, get shit done, and masculinity. Yeah, you absolutely have the power to overcome this. Okay? You can absolutely overcome this. The first thing that you need to do is reclaim your mind, reclaim your energy. Okay, don't even worry about pushing yourself forward with this project right now. Instead, just focus on cleansing your energy and clearing your space and reclaiming your mind. That's what I keep hearing. Reclaiming your mind, reclaiming your mind, reclaiming your mind, reclaiming your power, changing your thoughts, working with affirmations, working with subliminals. Recognizing that you are not your family, you are not your parents, you can choose differently, recognizing the power. You have a Alpha here, you have an Ace of Wands here. You can wield these tools. You can wield these tools. You got them already. And you can change your life. Okay? You can change this pattern. You will be successful. Let's see. How can they cleanse? How can they cleanse? How can they cleanse? What do we got? We have B. Community, cooperation, sweetness. Okay, Spend some time with people who are uplifting. You could be spending time with people who are deep into drugs, deep into alcohol, partying, distractions. It doesn't even have to be alcohol, partying, or drugs. It could be just straight up distractions. People who would rather sit on their phones and watch stuff than, go out and do stuff. People who would rather complain about their situation than take some freaking action and change their life. This is what you need to pay attention to, the community that you are keeping. Because some of the people around you got parasitic entities attached to them too. Oh, and you don't want that. Okay, you don't want that. Pay attention to the community that you are in. Okay, pay attention to how you feel after talking to certain people, after being in certain people's energy. Okay, bring some sweetness into your life. Offer some honey to your protective spirits, to the earth spirits too. And they will help to purify and cleanse your space and bring you some luck and abundance with this situation. We have buds, new beginnings, and expansion. See? Yep. So pay attention to your community, pay attention to your environment, pay attention to the people that are around you. You got negative Nancy's, you got haters and doubters. They don't belong around you, okay? You need to find some people who are doing what you are doing. Find some online communities if you can't find communities in person. There's a community for everything online. All right, I'm going to tell you that. On social media, Instagram, YouTube, there is a community for everything. So start doing some research. Start finding some people who are doing what you want to do and watch them and try and be friends with them, or at least don't be a creeper, but be inspired by what they're doing and realize that you can do the same thing. Okay, here we go. We got time, presence, and self-awareness. Yep. This card also came out in another reading recently. So it's like, you just need to be aware of these patterns. Okay, you need to get yourself grounded and rooted in your reality. You need to be very present, and you need to be very aware of when these negative thoughts come in. So if the self-doubt comes in, if the, thoughts that you won't be successful, any distractions, any thoughts that feel like they are not your own, that feel parasitic. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you that when you cleanse your energy, when you are mindful of who you are spending time with, and when you take the time to reclaim your mind and change your thoughts, you will see success in this situation and you will feel better. So good luck. You got this. Cleanse your energy. Do some sage. Take some salt baths. If you feel like you have a parasitic entity attached to you, tell it to go away. You can call on Archangel Michael. You can call on your ancestors. You can ask them to banish any energies or entities that do not serve you and your purpose. And yeah, pay attention to the company that you keep. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse your home. And pay attention to your thoughts, reclaim your mind, and you'll be all set.